Welcome back to Christmas edition of Daybreak Extra. Well, we're still taking odd stories from here and there, mostly from Dashan's village, but yeah, they're from all around, and we're actually talking about them and whatnot. But you know, there's this craze about ever since the internet explosion, social media, and all
technology,
exactly, and all that. Online dating is a real thing. You know, you've had people who have dated online for like
Have you dated online ever?
I'm not the
No, it's just a question. I'm asking everybody here. I'm answering too.
Okay.
Have you dated anybody? Have you met anyone online and dated?
No.
Just yes or no?
No.
But you're double. What about you?
No.
Why?
Okay.
Why not?
I mean, I will you call it online
you had
dating
friends.
if you meet the person.
Yes, you met online. I said, did you meet online?
Oh, yes.
Not necessarily, having to do all the typing and the I love yous online.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so...
Ibrahim, be honest. Today is Christmas.
Of course I'm being honest.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm being honest. There are lots of people who are really not into this social media thing and whatnot.
And you happen to be one of them?
I didn't say that.
Ibrahim is... it's not possible.
It's not possible, don't worry. We know.
Why wouldn't it be possible?
We know.
Must I meet somebody online?
You don't want to expose yourself.
Must I meet somebody online? Really?
Okay. All right, fantastic. Now, what happened to...
So, actually, this man, he used his son's photograph.
Okay.
You understand? For online dating and swindled his supposed girlfriend.
Whose girlfriend? The man's girlfriend or the son's girlfriend?
Well, the man's girlfriend, because he actually she thought she was dating the son.
Okay.
Because it was his
That's
picture that was there.
catfishing, by the way.
That's catfishing.
Whether it's dog fishing or shark fishing, that's just it. The bottom line is, this guy used his son's photograph, got into a relationship with this young lady. She fell in love with him, thinking it was the son, and he actually defrauded her of 20,000 yuan, which is like almost $3,000. You understand? And he has been arrested and on the suspicion of fraud. But the thing is, for someone to actually have, what drives somebody to do something like that? Apart from...
Should I tell you the answer?
Yes, go ahead.
It's the devil's handwork.
It's the devil's handwork. How?
It's the devil's handwork.
The funny thing is, one thing about catfishing is you just, pick up random people's pictures online and use them as yours, and then you end up duping the people, defrauding them of their hard-earned money. And then when the police or the authorities come looking for the person with the picture, he ends up being in trouble. And even if the person says, I don't know, it wasn't me, I've never heard of this person, I've never, spoken to this person, they don't believe you because it's your picture that's there. But it's a good thing that, there's a lot of awareness about it. So even the authorities know that it might be a possible scam. Exactly. So they probably use the IP address to find out where the person is,
Yeah, but this one, she actually found out herself, because they've been on the online relationship for a very long time, and he started borrowing money from her. Yeah, she's his girlfriend, she should take care of him. So he started borrowing money from her and buying iPads and watches and what?
Please, meaning he said she should take care of him, and what's the man doing?
Thank you. I was going to
take care of each other, don't they?
Oh, Claire, in this situation, I don't think he was taking care of her.
He wasn't doing anything.
He was in the process of getting his act together.
After he had already, he probably was a Nigerian prince.
I'll give that to you.
Yes, exactly.
So, probably was.
So after a while, she decided it was time for them to meet. So she left where she was, went to the town that he was in, called up this guy, and he refused to show up.
Okay.
She waited for weeks, the guy didn't show up, and then that was when everything went haywire. So the guy actually eventually had to come clean.
So how did she, he didn't show up, so he probably went off the grid. So how was she able to get him back? Is it possible that she lured him with money? Because I actually did that today. I've been calling somebody for the past 2 days. The person has been... So I was like, please send your account number. And in 10 minutes, the person calls back. I said,
see, that's how fraud used to start.
Oh my goodness. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Who does that? Catfishing. And there's actually the other flip side about this catfishing is I actually watched a movie of a particular lady who got tired of falling in love and finding love online. And then she finally meets this person and they chat all day, all night. They talk, they even, in most cases, you actually fall in love even before, you meet the person. And she did. And, it was going to be Christmas and she was like, okay, I'm coming over, I'm traveling over and everything. And he was like, fine, thinking she was joking. She came around, and when she met the parents were surprised that, oh, the son has a girlfriend. How is this possible? Do you get? Only for him to come and, the catfish photo was this hunk. Do you get? Cute, tall, 6 feet and everything. But what she saw was a short Chinese American person. Do you get? And she was like, no, it's not you I've been talking to and everything. And there, she actually met the hunk in the same
house.
Not house.
City
not house.
person.
The same city.
Or the same
Yes.
the same guy that she was talking
Apparently, it was his friend back then in primary school.
Oh, okay, so he used the
and so
guy's
she
picture.
She got angry, went to a bar, and then she saw him there, and she fell in love with him. But the guy didn't have sense.
But did he fall in love with her?
No. Did I finish? I don't think I finished the movie. But she became friends with the Chinese guy. Yes, because he helped. Both of them tried to hook both of them up and everything.
Of course.
I don't think I finished the movie.
So the thing is now, the question that you might ask right now is, so what exactly are online daters falling in love with? Are they falling in love with
personality
exactly.
of the person.
So it doesn't really matter whether the guy is a short, fat Chinese guy, in as long as she has.
But it's easier for
So-
you to deal with personality when you're not seeing the physical. When you see the physical, that's what you're dealing with every day, like on
And
one-on-one.
It's different when while they were talking and everything, she fell in love with. But once she actually saw who he was and knew that he lied, how do you expect her to even believe everything he said?
But still.
Do you get?
But
It's going to
still,
be difficult.
I strongly believe that she was put off immediately that she saw him and she saw.
But it wasn't. She had dreamt about him.
Yeah, but
she had imagined him.
me an image.
Giving an impression,
If
an image.
it was
What do you
another
mean?
good-looking guy, maybe not that particular guy that she was seeing. Maybe
Sure,
it was
okay, I can manage this.
well, you're not the guy that you said,
no.
but still, Sha.
You know how
need
nerds,
to-
you know how
need to try.
geeks look. That's how the Chinese guy looks.
So that's the thing.
And then he had the long hair and
Because
everything.
you've already, you've told me who you are. I've envisioned.
Do you know if he was another
everything, and
fine
then-
guy or a hunk,
Yes.
she wouldn't. No, he wouldn't even have to catfish anybody. He
Yes.
wouldn't have to,
Well, maybe he was just doing it for fun or something like that, and then
For
developed
fun.
into something.
What
Then
are
it
you
developed
saying?
into something else. But still, you guys are running away from the question that I'm asking right now. If it was another fine guy that was there, would she have reacted the way she did?
Honestly, I actually felt the same way. I was like, okay, I just, you know how you watch movies and you predict the, what do you call the end, whatever. So I was like, okay, she might probably end up falling in love with him.
Chinese
But
guy.
it turned out that the guy didn't have sense too.
The
Chinese guy. So
that's what I don't really get about online dating and catfishing and whatnot, because you do have the relationship with this person and you talk, you text, you do this.
So you don't do
that.
online relationships. You've never ever done it, April.
Don't mind
So if I
me,
go
Brian.
back, the internet never
Yes,
forgets.
dig.
If I dig back and
Dig.
I'm a journalist,
Dig away.
I investigate.
Dig
I will
away.
not find
I'll even
one
buy-
babe that
I'll-
you've broken her
I'll-
heart
I'll-
in
online. Nah.
Katsina.
Nah.
So everybody that you've come across is in person.
Yes.
Never.
Yes. I haven't said that I have not met people in person. I've not,
Ibrahim.
but online.
Ibrahim, but you met me online.
Did I? Did I?
Cut.
Yes, that's why I really, it's something that I just can't wrap my head around.
Okay.
You understand? I can't wrap my head around that.
Okay. I think up next will be gossip. People are waiting. You are waiting.
Well,
you love gossip.
I didn't want to say it.
Okay.
Because if I had
Okay,
said
just say it.
Because if I had
Just
said
say
it
it.
now, Dasha would say, yeah, gossip, this, that, gossip, this, that. You understand? So we exchanged looks with Rosemary.
I know.
Yes. We're ready.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so So we actually exchanged looks with Rosemary, knowing looks. You understand? She knew I wanted to say it, and she wanted me to say it, but I didn't want to say it.
So
All
we
right.
let you say it.
Gossip report card
Yes.
comes up next.
Yes. Yes.
The Gulma people are here. And right after this.
Gossip never sleeps, even when it's Christmas, and we are definitely going to wake it up here on Daybreak Extra.
And another one.
And what?
And another one.
And another what?
Did you hear what he just said?
Gossip never sleeps.
Yeah,
I
just dropped that.
You
Yeah, I just
dropped it like it's hot.
that was what we call a mic drop moment.
Yeah, so why didn't you just drop the mic or the tab?
Yeah, so it's Gossip Report Card right here on Daybreak Extra, and we've been rubbing our hands waiting for this to come. Exactly, because that's where we get to dig up all the dirt.
And talk about people.
And gist.
And
No, it's talk.
It's gist. It's gist. That's an it's gist.
Exactly.
Like that.
It's gist that involves other people.
Other people.
Yeah, so it's not gossip per se.
But why do people actually find it kind of comforting talking about other people? Why? Why is the feeling different? No, imagine how, okay, now I have a business proposal, you get, okay, when you know the money is sure, you get, okay, let's just say work, I have a report for you to, oh, Ibrahim, come, and you're like, oh, you've zoned out already. Do you get what I'm saying? I have money, you know, a business proposal and it has to do with money. Oh, Rosemary, you know, come, and you know, you're like interested. When it comes to talking to people, and like,
I think
no, first thing you're like, Rosemary, come and hear that. You see, I don't even need to look for it
too much.
I'm telling you, like, what is it about gossip?
It's just the drama that circles these people. You just find it so interesting. You want to always be in the news.
And you also want to have information about,
about
that
certain
person
people.
to hold it against them. But that's not.
Well, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be. For
Most
you to hold
times
it
it's
against
to
them.
hold it.
It's
And you
just-
feel there's a power that comes with you having info about the
Information,
person, and that person doesn't know.
Yes,
Do you get?
exactly.
There's
And not
this
necessarily
power.
be to hold it.
But exactly, it's not necessarily for something
Might not be,
sinister.
yeah.
You know, it's just that human.
And then you see the
desire
person, you're like,
Look at this one.
Yeah, look at
Every
this
time.
one. Yeah, what's this one feeling like?
you think I don't know. She thinks I don't know that thing.
So that's the thing. So it's really not for something sinister, most likely, but it is fun. And it's gist that involves other people. It's no
Yeah.
longer gossip.
Yeah.
We're even
It's
going to
not
change.
gist,
We're even
it's
going
just-
to change the name of this.
Gist
of
the
this
podcast.
segment.
Oh, it doesn't
It's
even
going to-
sound
It's just going
nice.
to be gist.
It doesn't even
Yes,
sound
and then
nice.
it will
Just
put-
time.
Yeah, about other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now talking about Gossip Report card, this particular lady went beyond buying her man the usual singlets and boxes
boxes.
for birthday.
Yes, singlets and
Rosemary has
boxes.
done this a lot of times. That's like, you know, guilt.
No.
She has guilt
No.
written all over her face.
Me, nah.
So
I'm
have you bought a
confident.
car for your boyfriend?
Do I have a car?
But
That's
most
the
women
question.
actually do that, you know. Something they're supposed to get for themselves, they're like, oh, let me buy for him, you know.
Where
I
are
don't
these
know.
women?
You're
Show
looking
me,
for them.
show me where they are. Show me where they are.
No, Ibrahim, you
have
just
them,
say that the
lots
person
of
you're with
them.
does not love you well enough. Because when they, that's what they say, when there's
When a
money,
woman
love
loves-
is sweeter.
You know
Yes,
what?
so
And
that-
there's this, when a woman loves, she loves wholeheartedly.
Yes, wholeheartedly.
Like, with every beat of her being, her fiber of her body.
Exactly.
She loves. Yes.
Whatever it is she
Thank
can
God
do
those
for you,
women-
she will
yeah,
do.
of course. We know that. But having women with money who can love is something different as well.
Okay, so what scares a lot of women with money from falling in love is the fact that they're not sure if the man loves them or will love them for who they are
Yeah.
than
And
what they,
sometimes
But if
what
you
they
don't
more
have.
try,
of a-
how would you know?
Sometimes it's more of
You
competition.
know, you guys lie
If you
lots.
don't, if you don't
like,
try, how would
I
you
swear
know?
they are not straightforward.
they come and they
You
meet
want
you and
a
they're
woman with money, but you know that her
Exactly.
power is too much. She's overdoing it.
Of course, now.
What
why
do
should
you
she have
want?
to load
The
it up with-
confusion is
why
too
does she
much.
have to
But
load
you
it
said
up
you
with-
want a woman with money.
Just to take care
And
of
then
you,
okay,
not
okay,
to
the
be
woman, okay,
loading
she,
it over
okay,
me.
yeah, no,
But
but
money
you know,
is power. Once you
No,
have,
no.
And you know, most times when a woman has
I
more
don't believe
money
that.
over a man, in most cases,
Yeah.
she tends to have authority over him as well.
That means she doesn't love him.
You don't like the money too.
She doesn't love him.
You don't love the money.
That means she does not love
but
him.
it's just the thing. That's what money does.
It does what? It makes you load it over other people?
Yeah, she can do
so
whatever
now-
she wants.
so now-
say whatever she
Even
says
the
she wants.
kindest people know that when they have money over you, they can control you. They just
Exactly.
make that conscious effort not to do so. But the fact that I have money and is more than your own, forget it.
But you guys
Well, you know,
just-
it actually works
when-
both ways.
when we
Yes.
start-
Even the guys
Even
feel
the
that
guys
way. They're like,
do
okay,
when we
since
started,
I have
when you
money.
started this conversation, you guys were like, when a woman loves, she loves wholeheartedly. So
But it's
if
not
you
true.
love wholeheartedly,
It doesn't stop her from loving you and giving her all the money.
If she's going to load it over you, then there's something wrong with the love.
There's still love.
It's,
It's still
it's more love. Yeah, there's
still
this
love.
tiny love like this. It's not the
No,
love
nah.
that you guys are talking
Okay.
it's
about.
still love. Love is love. You can't quantify
We're
love.
going to continue to discuss.
All right, now this particular lady surprised her man with a plot of land
You see?
and other gifts on his birthday.
That's plenty love.
We all know. We all know.
plenty
we
love.
all know
Big
how.
love.
We all know how much lands actually cost. You know, in Lagos, in most places, lands are becoming
Very expensive.
very, very expensive. very,
You
very
understand?
expensive.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
So but if I were to buy my man a plot of land, I would, present it to him, the papers to him, but it's my name that will be on the land.
Well, you didn't buy it for him. Then. You bought
I bought it for
yourself.
us.
No, you bought it
We
for
develop it and we live together.
see,
Anything
exactly.
happens,
You see, that's the thing. Why
my
does there-
children inherit the
yourself. Why
land.
does there have to be a caveat? Why?
No, there's no
There has-
caveats.
Of course there is. There is. Okay, this is your land, but it has my name.
It's our
how is
land.
that possible?
It's our land.
So you bought land for yourself,
But-
and you are showing it to him.
As his gift.
You're borrowing him
from
land.
me.
No,
from
okay,
me to
okay, just
you.
You're
imagine.
lending
No,
the
do you know
land.
why it's a gift? Because let's say, for example, you're in Abuja and you end up paying like 2 million naira a year. Do you get for rent? It is a gift to him because he will not have to pay
Yes, that's-
such
that's-
an amount
that's
of money.
Look.
I
gift
bought the
is
land,
gift.
we develop it together,
and
and
we
then
live
move in,
together.
and then, we stop paying rent.
It's just like the boxers that you talked about. You buy boxers for a boyfriend and you say, okay, this is your boxers. I bought it for you, but I'm taking
But
it
you'll be
with
wearing
me.
it. No, you'll be wearing it.
I'm taking it with me. You understand? So I bought boxers for us. You understand? If you're going to buy the guy land, buy the guy land. Give it to him. At the end of the day, if you break up in 2 weeks, then fine. He
But
takes
you
the
know,
land
to
and
be
he mends-
honest,
and he mends his broken heart.
for a woman to buy a man land,
He must have done
you
a
would
lot
check her
more.
life and you would see that okay, he has made those necessary steps.
Yes, he has invested
He has
in
invested.
her.
Thank you.
Yes,
That's
and
the
then
word.
in
So
most
she's paying,
cases,
so she's paying back.
no,
It's not paying
no.
back.
Let
What
me
is
explain
it?
to you. Let me explain to you.
Explain.
You have
Give her to
invested.
come back to you.
You have invested. Let's say every month you give me a certain amount of money for upkeep, and then once in a while I need stuff, you give it to me. Let's just say I'm not talking about 50,000 naira. I'm talking about like millions. You get, and then you think you have Beyonce buying her husband a jet.
That's
You
easy,
get,
that's
and
easy.
it's
I mean,
because
like, he can actually afford it.
Yes, but then he has invested in her so much that that's not. It doesn't even take anything
Yeah, it
from
doesn't take
her.
anything from
Do you
her.
get? According to your pockets, you give
Thank
50,000 naira. I can't go and be buying land.
And
No,
why?
I'll buy you maybe take you dinner or perfume. You give me 5k is singlets.
When you can actually afford
with
to
singlet. Happy birthday with
No card.
card.
so
That's right.
where
I
is
say a king was born today.
Thank you.
So where is this love that you guys were talking about? That you were
It's still love.
No,
It's the
just-
gesture that counts.
It's love.
No, if you give me 5k every month, what
And
I'll
you
do
buy
is
land for me.
No, I'll just say, "Oh, happy birthday to you!
Thank
I got
you.
you a gift."
And it's
And then when it's time for me to give you the gift, I'll be like, "I just look for something else."
Or you can just send them airtime.
100 naira airtime.
Right.
It's something. You can multiply 100 naira airtime and you
Send
get
airtime.
500.
don't send anything. Don't even text me. Please, don't even text me. Just let's leave it until after
I
1
mean,
week.
for your kind gestures towards me, I would send you credits.
No, it can't be. It can't be. I mean, like, if you guys are going to say, yeah, she loves, she has money, why won't she take care of her man?
Okay, Ibrahim, imagine you're in a relationship and then it's one-sided. You're the one doing everything. Will you feel the need to even get her a gift?
We didn't say. Of course, why wouldn't I get her a gift? Just because I do stuff for her doesn't mean that.
She does nothing. Nothing. Even when you need her help, nothing. Would you buy her a gift? Will the relationship even
most
last?
likely, exactly. That was what I was getting to. Most likely, the
would last.
relationship would not have
Yeah.
lasted
So he
to
must
that.
have been doing a lot more for her, probably for her family as well. Do you get? And she decided, buying a land is small. Even if he develops it, it's for us. So
the other possible explanation could be, you know, those women that see potential
in a man.
in a man.
But a lot
There's
of,
that one.
a lot
That
of
one
women,
is
a lot
there.
of women don't see potential. They just see broke guys. That's
They
that.
see.
Yeah, but
Women
No, they
see
actually see, they
potential,
see.
but you know, it's just that taking that risk. That's what we don't have. But the
so
potential
that's,
is there.
that's what I said earlier when you guys started talking about men lie and do this and do that.
But
and
you
you don't know
lie.
whether she loves him for his money
Kariani,
or
is
what.
it
No,
a
what.
lie?
But people lie.
If she doesn't try, if she doesn't give this guy a chance, even though he's broke, if she doesn't give him, how will she be able to know whether this guy is for real or not?
Does she have to give him anything to know? She doesn't. In fact, that land, she didn't even need to buy him the land. Yes. She didn't need to, but she did.
But she- yeah,
So
she-
what I'm saying, how will she know? He should not show himself
will she
now.
know?
He should not show himself. Okay, all right, more gossip coming your way. Now, we know about the split between the prophetess and the Ooni of Ife, and that was his second wife.
Second.
Yes, the prophetess, that's the queen, Ooni of Ife, that's the queen of Ile-Ife, you know, as, you know, she described herself and everything. She actually took to Instagram. You know, he was with his first wife for a few years, and then after the split, a lot of people blamed her and all that. But then he met this prophetess, you know, woman of God, and there was a lot of controversy about how someone who is traditional and someone who is religious, you know, can, you know, stay together and everything. But she proved a lot of people wrong because they've been together for a really long time. Not too long, 3 years. Do you get? And did she give birth?
Yes,
Yes,
they have a son.
they have a son.
And now,
'cause
she
I
has
remember she was
decided to,
pregnant.
and now she has decided
Yes.
to dump him.
Well, she took to her Instagram handle and said, "I shall no longer be referred to as the wife to the Ooni of Ife or as the queen of Ile-Ife." And she said she blessed the Lord Almighty for his faithfulness in the last 3 years of my marriage. In life's journey, it isn't how far, still how well indeed, though Satan should buffet if trials come, you know, a whole lot of things, talking about controlling all situation, you know, and everything. You know, she talked about she made a journey into the ancient throne of Ife with faith in her heart and love for the keeper of it. You know, and if things happened, but...
Ibrahim doesn't
I'm not,
seem to be happy.
I'm not,
Why?
I'm not happy.
Things
Why will she-
happen.
Making some
Why will
side
she?
faces.
Why will she dump a king? Why would she do?
Everybody will collect breakfast.
Why would she
Don't
do?
worry.
Why would she do that?
And
to a king?
she actually, you know, talked about how there are reports going on that she used to be pregnant, and she said she's never been pregnant in her life before their son. That's Tadeni Kawu. And, you know, all the medical reports and rumors going round, you know, that she has a daughter. The girl is actually her niece and not her daughter and everything. You know, a lot of things, you know what? You know, a lot of things actually come with marriage, you know, first of all. Not talk about fame and being, you know, on the throne, being a queen. There are
That's just a whole lot of responsibility.
a lot of
You're
responsibility.
talking about what about the king? What kind of responsibility do you think he has?
Did he come out to say
It's,
anything?
it's different when you're born into
Exactly, and he was born
responsibility,
into, and he was born
yeah,
into
but
it.
she had to
chose.
assume.
She chose.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Do you
saying. It
understand?
takes a lot for you
No,
to willingly
when you
take on
choose-
responsibility that was not given to you originally.
When you
I don't
choose
know. It's like not having a child and then someone comes to drop a child on you.
When you choose,
It's different from a woman that, you know, is pregnant and decides, okay, I'm ready
somebody
to be a mom.
dumps a child on you is different from you going to adopt a child because you made a conscious effort. I know that this guy is a king. If I marry this king, I'm going to be a queen. I know that there are responsibilities attached to it. She made a decision and she married this guy knowing the baggage that he's coming with as a king and what is going to befall on her as a queen. So she made a conscious decision. Nobody dragged her and said,
Okay,
you should
so
marry
are
this
you
king.
now saying that, you know, we live in a world where women are, how do I put it? You're a feminist, definitely.
I am.
Yes, where women, yes, a lot of women believe in standing up for themselves.
Yes, of course.
Do you get? A lot of women. So is it
that.
possible that there's something going on in the palace that we do not know and she cannot come out to say? Because we know how, you know, royal families, we've seen how they behave.
Yeah.
Do you get? In most cases, you cannot even leave the... we've heard the story of Princess Diana. We know how Harry, right? And
Yes,
Meghan.
and Meghan.
You know, we've seen everything that has happened. Do you get? How they broke off from the royal family and all that. If you don't have the mind to stay and, you know, live up to what people expect.
Of you.
Then don't start it. Don't go. And of course, if you know you don't have
Go.
the mind, if you don't know you don't have the mind to do this, you know you can't be able to take these things, then
But you don't even know
go.
what to expect in the first
No,
place.
definitely you know what to, definitely
So,
you know what to expect.
Ibrahim, I'm sorry, but is there a possibility that the man is guilty
what?
in this case? Because this is not his first wife.
But he's a
It's
king.
not his second also.
So,
That's the thing.
okay, as a king, he can
king-
marry more than one. Do you get? Yes.
But he decides to stay with one at a time.
Wait, Ibrahim, can I
like
ask
this-
you a question?
Ibrahim doesn't know what he's
I
saying.
think Ibrahim's problem is the fact that the woman divorced, not that the king divorced her. Because
No,
he
the
keeps
thing
on
is-
coming on the fact
the-
that
And Ibrahim
she's
says he's a feminist, though.
The thing
He's
is,
a king,
no,
he's
the
a
thing
king,
is,
he's a king.
when you go into things like this with your eyes wide open, and then you come out and people start talking about, nah, she has responsibilities, this, that, and she went in there, she didn't know what was coming. That's when that's what I have a problem with. You understand? Yeah, they have problems between them as individuals, and that's okay. You know, but don't say it's because he's a king.
Yeah.
That's why we broke up. But you married this guy as a king.
No, that's
Didn't
not.
say that.
that's not-
There
guys-
definitely
you guys were the ones talking
There
about
definitely
responsibility
was
and what not
something.
what.
There definitely was something that made her break up.
Break up.
You guys brought up
If she had a
responsibility
very, you know, calm and serene, let's just leave it at that. Ibrahim, I don't want to argue with you this morning.
thing. I'm not arguing. I'm just making a point.
I don't want to argue with you.
You have made that.
I'm not angry. No, I'm not tensed. I don't have his time. That's just it. All right, now we've seen in the past, we've actually seen a lot of stories of, Nollywood actresses building houses. You know, aside Nollywood actresses, I know all these kit makers, like Josh Trufani and all that, they actually are the next in line who actually make a lot of money, and they build houses for themselves and their moms and everything, or buy houses as well. Do you get? But then it is rare for you to see male actors building, except they're strong or grounded in the game. And you know, there was actually a debate recently about why it is that a lot of female actors are the ones who have most of the money and are busy building houses and purchasing new cars and everything.
It doesn't really mean that they have most of the money. It's just that they make the most noise. These actors, these male actors that you're talking about, could be buying these houses, but they're not. But they're not shouting. But they're not shouting about it.
We like to make noise as we.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there's a possibility that they like to make noise about what they do. You know, and some people like to keep things low key. I buy a house, and I keep it there, and it's for me to buy, not to be Instagramming it and what.
Okay, well. Yeah, laughing. I don't have your time this morning. Okay, actor, Yoruba actor Ijebu has actually broken the jinx, and he has completed his, they call it palatial mansion in time for Christmas. It's quite palatial. Okay, it's not a mansion per se.
Okay.
Yes, it's just a very okay house. Nice. You know, as long as it's yours, it doesn't even matter. What's his name? Yul Edochie, you know, recently completed his house, you know, in Lagos as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, and that's, what's his name? Pete Edochie's. And Pete Edochie's name actually opened up a lot of doors for his sons. Yeah. Do you get? So, you know, but they're few compared to the women. And the women's houses are not palatial like this. They're like quite... Let's leave it at that.
Exquisite, I would say.
Yeah, they're usually...
Exquisite.
Even
I mean,
I'm not saying anything.
You don't say anything.
No,
we're not debating.
We make noise. We're making noise right now.
Why did you clear your
I'm
throat?
not saying. I just cleared my throat. This
We're
is
making noise.
to everything. I'm not
What we're saying is noise.
It's noise,
Brian.
I'm really not saying anything.
There's nothing you should say or
I refuse to say anything because right now, if I say something, that she will say she doesn't have my time.
But it doesn't stop you from saying what you have to say. Okay. All right. Now, influencer Maraji finally confirms that she's expecting a child. We all know she's a skits maker as well. She's very good. Yeah. Very, very good. And we used to love... I don't know where she is now. She's reduced.
Yeah, she stopped for a while.
Her videos have actually reduced.
Occasionally, she'll put out one of those nice dance videos and she still just has it.
Okay, she's pregnant. She confirmed that. But, you know, what I want to say is, in as much as, yes, you know, children are blessings and everything, and having a child, you know, is a blessing and all that. But, you know, as an influencer, as a social media influencer, what kind of precedent are you setting for those who follow you?
By doing what?
Well,
By saying that she's pregnant?
She wasn't married.
She's not married.
I mean, she's not married.
Well, but...
Okay. Go ahead, Rosemary.
It's honestly a very tricky situation.
Yeah, because Linda Ikeji did that as well. After coming online and, you know, shouting, nobody advising women not to get married out of wedlock and everything. And then she goes on and... get pregnant, and she gets pregnant and everything. So, you know, shouldn't we, you know, as influencers, you know, try to promote healthy relationships? Because in most cases, this woman, they actually get pregnant and they don't even know who the father is, or the father, you know, is nowhere to be found or disappears and everything.
But, you know, I think at the same time, it's just letting people know that, okay, this situation of getting pregnant and not being married, it's not so bad. It might actually be what some people want. Some women just want it to be them and their children. You know,
we're not judging, by the way.
Yeah, due to like personal reasons. But for especially knowing the fact that she's an influencer and having to come out, you know, be bold about her pregnancy, it just... It says a lot.
Ibrahim, please open your mouth.
What?
You have to talk. You have to say something, self. Even if you don't talk.
You see, the thing is,
women.
No, I'm not saying you women. Of course, I can't. I'm a feminist. I
After trashing women.
I proclaimed this. You understand that I am actually a feminist. You see, this whole idea of having children out of wedlock and being single mothers and what, I really think it's that person's business what he wants to do. You understand? If she wants to go out and have a child on her own, then she can go out and have a child on her own. You know, we put with this morality thing and what society actually wants us to, expects from us, you know, but it all depends on the individual.
And I think one thing, you know, when people come out to say that, for me, one thing they're actually trying to avoid is the fact, I'm not judging anybody, is the fact that most of these women, okay, you know, they feel it's a thrill, you know, having children, and they get pregnant, and once they get pregnant, reality dawns. Once they give birth, reality dawns, and then they find it difficult to, you know, feed the child, clothe the child, or give the child the kind of life that they want. And you find them dropping them at orphanages. Do you get? You find them throwing them in trash after giving birth to them.
Well,
Do you get? Or running away and leaving them somewhere. I've had stories like that.
Yes, we've all
So why
had
go
stories
into
like
it
that.
if you're not sure?
But
Or why
there are lots
even
of-
go
but-
through the whole trimesters?
But there are lots
if
of
you're not
women who
sure?
are actually sure,
Yeah.
did it, and they're still doing it. And
What
they're
I'm
fine.
talking about is, you know, we're talking about the impact on the fans right now. Because in as much as the influencers, they make a lot of money, so they can actually handle it and all that, and they want it. You
Oh,
get?
so-
But the fans, you know, most fans, what they do is, oh, Mariah J.K. is pregnant, oh, let me go and get pregnant. You know,
as well.
without thinking. It happens a lot. Do you get?
All right,
Yeah.
so I do get a little bit of what you're
If you
saying.
like, don't get it.
I get a little bit. I get a little bit
Yeah,
of
I
what
get
you're
it.
saying.
Don't get it, forget it.
But
Some fans can be extreme.
Yes.
but I do get
They
it.
want to do
And,
everything they're, you know.
But still,
I do.
I actually
I
believe
don't.
it's the person's choice. If you want to go out there, get pregnant.
Yeah, everything boils down to choice.
Exactly, it's a person's choice, and it's his
Conscious
business.
decisions.
And it's
that
his
we
business. Yes, I'm a feminist.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So when we come back, we'll talk about Cardi B. Someone has been waiting to talk about Cardi. Hello.
make. Cardi's biggest fan.
Hello.
I didn't say anything. I'm actually Offset's fan. I'm not Cardi B's fan.
Oh,
Okay.
we're going offsets now, by the way. So.
Exactly, we're going Offset.
Nice one.